is loud. We are ready for football. So are they as the Packers get set to match up with the Baltimore Ravens. Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go from Lambeau. And this will go as a touchback, and they will. Begin things at the 25. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. And the offensive penalty has us back where we started as they come up on a 1st and 10. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. Room here to run. And out across midfield down to the 45. Heck of a start. A 30-yard pickup on their first play from scrimmage.
That's a nice run right there. Able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Odafe Oweh there on the tackle. On 2nd down, it's Jones. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Here's Rodgers. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. offensive penalty has us back where we started as they come up on a 1st and 10. Jackson with a handoff to Dobbins on the option. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
5 yards remain on 2nd down. Now it's Jackson. Buying time to his left. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. From the gun, it's Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side. An option handoff here to Dobbins. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Kenny Clark, the big D tackle there to make the stop. Jackson. He'll dump this off complete to Dobbins. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a 1st down.
That turns into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right, and after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
Jackson on 1st down. This is caught. It's Brown. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st. Option play, and they'll hand to Dobbins. He's dropped just inside the 20. A little second effort there, but couldn't find a whole lot of space. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Now it's Jackson. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. Devin Duvernay, the intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down. Jackson now. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. Throwing is Jackson. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one. To throw again is Jackson. And that'll be caught. Touchdown, Ravens. It's Hollywood Brown. A 5-yard touchdown catch. And the Ravens have taken the early lead on the road here at Lambeau. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. That's going to set him back 5 yards. Yeah, slightly more difficult attempt here from the 20. And the Ravens lead at 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. Oh, and now some space to operate. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. And that's about the easiest decline call you'll ever have right there.
Well, it leads me to one of my pet peeves, and maybe peeves is too strong of a word. But if you're going to jump off sides, finish the play. Make sure the play ends. Don't jump off sides and stop because you see the net result here. If you go ahead and finish the play, you don't give up that type of yardage.
Rodgers will bring the Pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 44. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Rodgers now to throw. This one swung out here to Jones. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 64 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. Jones. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Jones, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 15-yard line.
Get 300! Get 300! Boys, you got this.
Now it's Rodgers. And it's caught. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down.
First and goal at the 4-yard line.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Jones. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Aaron Jones taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And we are tied here in the second quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Taken at the goal line. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down. Now Jackson. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space. It turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Throwing again on second down. Jackson. Being chased out left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. 1:55 left to go in the first half of play. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that'll be caught. Touchdown Ravens. It's Hollywood Brown. Well, for all the deserved accolades Lamar Jackson gets for his running prowess, his deep ball, it's really a thing to behold as well.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now Rodgers. Lets it fly deep for Cobb. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. And he will finally be taken out of bounds. The thing that hurt on that play, the missed tackle, that allowed the extra yardage.
It's a matchup game in the NFL. You get the guy that you want isolated, have him miss a tackle, and off you go.
Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. Flush to his right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. On play action. Now Rodgers eluding the pressure right. This is caught. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Robert Tonyan from 13 yards out. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Crosby with the extra point, and we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson. And that is incomplete. Nearly intercepted. The free safety couldn't quite get his hands around it, and it brings up 3rd down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. And now the Packers going to take another timeout as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. An incomplete pass on that last play. That means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Jackson from the shotgun. Steps away to his left. This one caught by his tight end, Andrews. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. And Jackson throwing once more, sliding out of the pocket. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Looking to throw again on second down. Jackson dancing to his left. Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. Ravens going to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He'll check this down to Dobbins out of the backfield. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
A gain of 4. It's now the 2nd and 6.
Jackson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points no matter what. At worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
These two teams going through their final adjustments. It's about time for the second half in Green Bay. So for the call, we go back up to Lambeau and Brandon Gaudin.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
Not much there, only a yard. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Here's Jackson to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Andrews. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Jackson to Andrews on that one. First down, Baltimore. Here's Jackson. They'll roll him out right. And he'll go right back to Andrews. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
That is definitely what we call our defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground?
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. So an opening drive interception to begin the second half.
And just think about the time you spent in the locker room going over what you expected to do in the second half. Not the way they saw it, not the way they drew it up. You find out this is something that you can't just edit, right? There's no rewrite here. This is live, and now they've got to find a way out of this hole.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
Here's Jones again on second down. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 108 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Lambeau Field, one of the best home field advantages in the NFL, no doubt. And they're a happy bunch here as the Packers lead third quarter. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown.
We constantly talk about defenders having great vision and being able to see plays unfold and make their own plays. But you also have to have good feel as well because you can't see everything out there. See the play unfold, feel what's going on, and then get to the right spot and make your own play. And in this case, it turned out to be a highlight one.
Tucker with the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Now a throw here, hauled in. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. To throw, it's Rodgers. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. It's caught inside the 25. That one goes for 30 yards. Lambeau Field, one of the best home field advantages in the NFL, no doubt. And they're a happy bunch here as the Packers lead third quarter. On first down, Jones. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Second down, another shot for Jones. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Throwing is Rodgers on third down. And Rodgers intercepted a third time. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35.
You're looking there at a defensive back who's maybe a step slower than he was when he came into the league a decade ago. I know I questioned his speed coming into the game, but what he's lost in speed, he's more than made up for it with intellect. And that's a great job of knowing how to position himself to make that interception.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that'll be complete to Dobbins. It's a gain of 7, and it'll be second down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up second and 3 at the 40-yard line.
Now it's Jackson. Got a man. It's Brown. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Jackson. He'll buy some time right. And this is caught. It's Brown. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
That was a nice grab. Just couldn't get the feet down, right? You need that toe tap sequence there. Whatever size shoe he's wearing, probably need about a half size smaller to complete that
one. Again, Jackson. And he delivers a strike complete to Watkins. And the Ravens are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. Jackson to Watkins there for a Baltimore first. To throw is Jackson. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Kevin King with a pick. A seismic shift in momentum here in the fourth quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. The interception sets them up with an opportunity to erase this fourth quarter deficit. Now, this series could very well determine our outcome. He's got a man complete. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That's good for 28 yards. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Now whistles here, flag down. I think one of the Packer linemen was moving. A full start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. He gets this to Davante Adams. Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. They fake the give. Now Rodgers escaping the pressure right. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
They've been trying and trying, but they haven't sacked him yet. He's been able to get away and make plays. Tried to make another one downfield right there, but to no avail. They'll have to keep up the pursuit, though, and not let him get hot.
Rodgers now to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Queen. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. Agreed, that's twice now in this fourth quarter.
As a quarterback, a lot of times you think it's all on you to make plays when you're losing. And here, the play's not there, but he throws it anyway.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And some room to roam now. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. Now Jackson. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks it. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game in the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Rodgers to throw. Pass complete, Tunyon. And some room to maneuver. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 21 yards. Now Rodgers. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath. And lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Back to throw, Rodgers. Flush to his right. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. To throw is Rodgers. Forced out to his left. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A good-looking drive for the Packers so far. It's a first down. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And they'll be down just outside of the end zone at the 1-yard line. And I'm starting to wonder, Charles, if 5 interceptions, is that the last that we've seen of him?
Well, I think that a lot of people hope that's the last they've seen of him in this game, probably including himself. If this were baseball, the manager would have been at the mound already and asked for the ball, and he'd be in there getting a shower. But in football, you might have to go stand on the sideline and watch the rest of it and see if your backup can do any better.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. And they'll try and burn some clock with a sneak. And he will double the space they have to work with as they take it from the 2 to the 4. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's second down. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last point of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.